The heat of the twin suns beat down on the dusty plains of the uncharted planet, turning the pale sand into a soft golden shimmer that stretched to the horizon. Captain Leela Morno shaded her eyes and scanned the landscape with a careful, methodical gaze. She had seen many planets before, but there was something unusual about this one. The energy readings that had drawn her team here pulsed faintly in her portable scanner, almost like a heartbeat. "Look at that," said Dr. Aidan Shaw, the team's science officer, pointing toward the horizon. At first, all Leela saw was sand stretching endlessly. But then, as they approached, a shadow rose from the dunes. Slowly, a massive structure emerged from the ground, half buried in the sand. Its hull was dark and weathered with jagged edges scorched by time. It was unlike anything the team had ever seen. "It looks like a ship," Aidan said, awe in his voice. "But it's ancient, centuries old, maybe longer." The team's alien companions, two members of the Triac species, tilted their heads in confusion. "It is clearly non-functional," said Vrath, the Triac engineer. "No energy signature beyond weak residual pulses. It is dead. There is nothing to study." But Leela frowned. Something about the ship called to her. Her heart quickened, not with fear but with curiosity. Humans had always been drawn to the unknown, always seeking answers even when it was dangerous. "Let's get closer," she said. "There is something alive here. I can feel it." The team carefully approached the ship. The sand crunched beneath their boots and claws, and the wind carried the faint smell of ozone and rust. As they reached the base of the vessel, it became clear that the hull had not simply been abandoned. Patterns were etched into the metal, worn smooth by centuries of sandstorms. It almost looked like writing, but no one could read it. Then it happened. Slowly, the ship shifted. Its massive body creaked and groaned as if awakening from a long slumber. The movement was subtle at first, a tilt, a slight turn, but it was unmistakably intentional. The ship had turned toward them. "Did you see that?" whispered Aidan. "It's moving." Vrath's antennae twitched. "Impossible, this is inert machinery. There is no power." Leela's hand rested on the hull. She felt a strange vibration beneath her fingers, a rhythmic pulse, faint but steady. It was almost like a heartbeat. She looked around at the team, their eyes wide with disbelief. "I told you," she said softly. "It's alive. Somehow it's alive." The humans exchanged a glance. Each one felt the same pull, the same strange familiarity, though they had never seen this ship before. It was as if some distant memory from deep within human history resonated through the vessel, calling to them. "We should set up the scanners," Leela said, taking command. "We need to know what we're dealing with." Hours passed as the team worked to connect their portable scanners to the ship. The aliens watched in silence, their expressions a mixture of curiosity and caution. The readings were unusual. The energy signature was weak but coherent, and more importantly, it responded to human presence in ways that defied their understanding. When humans touched the hull, faint light patterns danced across its surface. When aliens approached, nothing happened. "Interesting," muttered Aidan. "It reacts to us but not to them. It's almost as if it recognizes humans." Vrath clicked in surprise. "Recognition by a machine? Preposterous. Machines do not recognize species." But Leela did not doubt it. She could feel the connection, subtle and powerful. Her instincts told her that the ship had been waiting for humans all this time. As the sun dipped toward the horizon, the team debated whether to enter the vessel. The interior was dark and no one knew what they might find. Yet the human spirit, the same one that had carried them across the stars, refused to back down. Curiosity outweighed caution. "Captain," Aidan said, his voice low, "are you sure we should go in? It could be dangerous." Leela met his gaze. "Aidan, if we don't go in, we'll never know. We humans have always been explorers. It's in our nature. This ship, it wants us to find it." After a tense pause, the team agreed. They activated the ship's ramp, which extended slowly with a low hum, as if welcoming them aboard. The air shimmered faintly with energy, and a warm vibration pulsed beneath their feet. The team stepped carefully inside. The interior was vast and silent, untouched by time. Dust motes floated in shafts of light that penetrated cracks in the hull. The walls were lined with unfamiliar technology, glowing faintly in soft blues and purples. There was a sense of history here, a presence that seemed almost sentient. As they explored further, they reached a large chamber in the heart of the ship. In the center, a holographic interface flickered weakly. Leela stepped closer, and the hologram sprang to life. A faint image appeared, showing people she did not recognize, but there was something strange. They were human, yet dressed in attire from centuries past, navigating the ship as if it were alive. They look like us," whispered Aiden, stepping closer. "But this must be from long ago, before recorded history." The ship seemed to respond to their presence. Light patterns traced along the walls, pulsing with emotion. Faint vibrations resonated through the floor, almost like a welcome. The humans instinctively understood, feeling emotions from a distant past, the courage, the hope, the longing of those who had first built and sailed this vessel. "This ship," Leela said quietly, "it remembers us, or at least it remembers humans." The alien companions watched in awe but also unease. "This is unprecedented," said Virath. "A machine that recognizes and communicates only with one species. No recorded technology behaves this way." But Leela did not doubt it. She could feel the connection growing stronger with each passing moment. The ship was alive, not just in a mechanical sense, but in a way that resonated with the human spirit. It was as if the vessel itself had been waiting for someone who could understand it, someone like them. Suddenly the ship's lights brightened, illuminating the chamber in a warm glow. A soft hum filled the air, vibrating through their bones. The hologram shifted, showing a series of images, humans exploring stars, navigating unknown worlds, facing challenges and adventures long forgotten. The images were memories, etched into the ship's very being. "It's showing us its history," said Aiden. "These are humans from the past, explorers like us." Leela nodded, her heart pounding with awe. "And it wants us to continue the journey. It's waiting for humans to awaken it fully." The alien companions looked uneasy, their species unaccustomed to machines that formed such deep connections. But the humans understood instinctively. They felt the call, a deep bond across time and space, linking them to explorers who had gone before and to the ship that had preserved their legacy. For a long moment, the team stood in silence, absorbing the presence of the ancient ship. Outside, the twin suns dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the desert. Inside, the ship pulsed softly, as if breathing, alive in a way that only humans could truly feel. "We should rest here for the night," Leela finally said. "Tomorrow, we explore further. There is more to this ship than we can see right now, and I have a feeling it will guide us." As the team set up their temporary camp within the ship's vast interior, Leela could not shake the feeling that this was only the beginning. The ship had remembered them, or at least their species. And if it could remember, then perhaps it could also teach, guide, and even reveal secrets of humanity's past and future among the stars. The wind howled outside, but within the ancient hull, there was a calm. The pulse of the ship matched the pulse of the humans who had dared to step inside. Somewhere deep within the metal and circuits, a memory stirred. And for the first time in centuries, the ship was awake, waiting and ready to journey again. And Leela knew, with certainty, that humans were the only ones who could unlock its secrets. The night inside the ancient ship was quiet, but it was not empty. The soft hum of the vessel resonated like a heartbeat, steady and comforting. Captain Leela Morno sat near the central chamber, her hand brushing over the smooth metal of the wall. The faint vibrations that had called to her since they first arrived seemed stronger now, almost as if the ship was aware of her thoughts. "This place," whispered Doctor Aiden Shaw, it's like it's alive, I can feel it. Every panel, every corridor, it's responding to us. V. Rath, the Triac engineer, looked skeptical. It is impossible for a machine to respond with emotion. This is programming, nothing more. Leela shook her head. No, V. Rath. This is different. It's connected to humans. It remembers us in a way we can feel. The team spent the night exploring the lower levels of the ship. The corridors were vast and clean, protected by technology that had survived centuries. The walls were lined with symbols and faint holographic markings that glimmered softly when touched by human hands. Every touch seemed to awaken a memory. By morning, the team reached the largest chamber they had seen yet. At its center was a raised platform with a large holographic interface, its lights dancing in colors that seemed alive. Leela stepped forward cautiously, her heart beating fast. She had a feeling this interface would reveal something important. The hologram flickered to life as she touched it. At first, the images were unclear, shapes, lights, and patterns, but then they slowly formed into scenes. Humans appeared, dressed in uniforms that seemed old-fashioned yet familiar. They moved through the ship with purpose, touching panels, walking across decks, and interacting with the very walls themselves. They look like us, Aiden said, his voice filled with awe. But from when? These humans, they're from long ago, before any recorded history. Leela watched closely. This ship, it has memories. It remembers humans who have been aboard it before, and somehow it's sharing those memories with us. As the team observed, the hologram shifted to show humans exploring strange planets, building structures, and discovering artifacts. The scenes were vivid, almost real. The humans in the hologram were courageous and clever, using intelligence and teamwork to overcome challenges. Leela felt a strange warmth in her chest as she watched. These explorers were her ancestors in spirit, connected to her through the ship. V. Rath's eyes widened. This is incredible. I have never seen technology record emotions and memories in this way. It is responding to humans, only humans. That's because it recognizes us, Leela said. It knows we are the same species that built it, and it trusts us. Aiden leaned closer to the hologram, his finger tracing the images of the humans in the past. It's not just showing us history, it's teaching us. Look at how they solved problems, how they worked together. This ship, it's guiding us. The ship pulsed softly under their feet, as if affirming Aiden's words. Leela realized that the vessel was more than a machine. It was a repository of human ingenuity, courage, and curiosity. Its memory was alive because humans had been part of it, and now it was sharing that knowledge with the current crew. As the team explored further, they found chambers filled with tools, devices, and equipment unlike anything they had seen before. The ship seemed designed for humans, panels shaped for human hands, interfaces that responded to human thought patterns, and even environmental controls that adjusted automatically to human comfort. This is incredible, Aiden said, picking up a small device that glowed faintly. Everything here, it's meant for us. It's like the ship was built to guide humans through the stars, Leela nodded. And it has waited for us. For centuries, maybe longer. We were meant to find it, to awaken it fully. The ship's soft pulse grew stronger as the humans explored. It seemed to respond to their curiosity, their intelligence, and their emotional presence. Every time they touched a panel or activated a device, the ship reacted, providing new information, revealing hidden corridors, or projecting more holographic memories. Suddenly, a deep vibration resonated through the floor, and the ship's lights brightened. A new holographic sequence appeared, showing humans navigating a massive, star-filled galaxy. The images depicted not just planets but entire star systems, with humans exploring each world with courage and determination. They were explorers, Leela said softly. Humans have always been explorers, and this ship, it remembers every journey. The alien companions watched in silence, their minds struggling to understand. The Triac had advanced technology, but they had never encountered anything like this. "This is beyond anything we know," Vrath said. "A machine that stores memories, learns, and interacts, and it only recognizes humans. Truly remarkable." Aiden smiled. "That's the thing about humans. We have curiosity, creativity, and determination. Machines may be intelligent, but only humans can inspire this kind of bond." Leela walked toward the center of the chamber, feeling a deep connection to the ship. She placed her hand on the holographic interface, and a new image appeared, a vision of humans working together to solve a complex puzzle. The ship seemed to be testing them, assessing their problem-solving skills and teamwork. "This is a challenge," she said. "The ship wants us to prove ourselves, to show that we can think, learn, and work together, just like the humans it remembers." The team studied the challenge carefully. It was not dangerous, but it required intelligence, observation, and creativity. Piece by piece, they worked through it, combining their knowledge, intuition, and problem-solving skills. The ship responded to each success with a soft pulse of light and vibration, guiding them toward the next step. Hours passed as they solved the challenge. Finally, the last piece clicked into place, and the chamber lit up with a warm, golden glow. The ship's pulse became steady and strong, as if it were smiling. The humans had passed the test. "The ship, it trusts us now," Leela said, awe in her voice. "We've shown it that we are worthy." Aiden nodded. "And in return, it is revealing its full memory. Look at this: coordinates, star maps, and records of human exploration across the galaxy. We have access to knowledge humans haven't seen in centuries." The Triac looked amazed. "This knowledge, it is invaluable. Humans, you are remarkable indeed." "Perhaps your species is unique in the galaxy," Leela smiled. "We like to think that curiosity, intelligence, and empathy make us special, and it seems this ship agrees." As the day turned to night, the humans explored deeper chambers filled with holographic logs, star charts, and personal recordings from the humans who had first sailed the ship. Each memory told a story of courage, creativity, and hope. Leela realized that the ship was more than just a vessel, it was a guardian of human history and potential. "This is incredible," Aiden said, his eyes wide. "We can learn from this, not just about the past, but about ourselves. Humans have always been capable of greatness, and this ship, it reminds us of that." The ship pulsed again, stronger this time, and a new sequence appeared. It showed a distant star system, one that had never been explored by modern humans. The ship seemed to be inviting them, guiding them toward new adventures and discoveries. "It wants us to continue the journey," Leela said softly, "to explore, to learn, and to discover new worlds, just like the humans who came before us." The team felt a surge of excitement. For centuries, the ship had waited, preserving human history and knowledge, waiting for humans to return. And now it had found them. "This is just the beginning," Leela said. "The ship has memories, knowledge, and guidance, and we are the ones who can carry it forward." Humans were made to explore, to discover, and to connect with the universe. This ship proves it. The aliens, still amazed, nodded in understanding. They could see that humans had a special quality, something that allowed them to connect with the ship in a way no other species could. Intelligence, curiosity, courage, and empathy. The ship recognized these qualities, and it had chosen humans to awaken its full potential. As the night deepened, the humans gathered in the central chamber. They reviewed the star maps, studied the memories, and prepared to take the next step. The ship's pulse was steady now, strong and confident, as if it had fully awakened. Leela looked around at her team, her heart filled with pride. "We've awakened the ship," she said, "and now it's time to see where it will take us. Humanity has always reached for the stars, and now, with this ship, we can go further than ever before." Aiden smiled. "I can't wait to see what's out there. The universe is vast, and humans were just getting started." Vrath, the alien engineer, tilted his head. "It is impressive. Humans, perhaps your species truly is unique." You connect with machines, with history, and with the unknown in ways no other species can. This ship, it is a reflection of that uniqueness. Leela nodded. Exactly. Humans are explorers, innovators, and dreamers, and this ship, it recognizes that. It has waited for us, and now, together, we can continue the journey it began long ago. The ship pulsed softly one last time that night, as if to say, "Welcome home. Let us go further together." And with that, the humans knew that the adventure was only beginning. The ancient ship, filled with memories and guided by the human spirit, was ready to awaken its engines and lead them to stars they had only dreamed of. Humanity had once again proven that curiosity, courage, and intelligence were qualities that could awaken even the oldest and most mysterious of machines. The journey into the unknown awaited, and humans were ready. The ancient ship hummed with life as the first rays of the twin suns pierced through the desert haze outside. Its pulse, steady and strong, matched the excitement and anticipation of the humans aboard. Captain Leela Morno stood at the helm of the central chamber, her hands hovering over the controls. The ship seemed to respond to her presence, glowing softly as if recognizing her determination and courage. "Today, we begin a journey no human has taken in centuries," Leela said, her voice calm but filled with authority. "This ship has memories, knowledge, and guidance, and now it's our turn to continue its mission." Doctor. Aiden Shaw was already at a side console, studying holographic star charts. "The coordinates the ship provided lead to a star system beyond anything recorded in human history," he said. "It's untouched, unexplored. Imagine what we could discover." Vrath, the Triac engineer, adjusted the ship's power flows. "I still do not fully understand how this ship works," he admitted. "It responds to humans in ways I cannot explain. It is intelligent, adaptive, almost alive." Leela smiled. "That's because it is Vrath. The ship is alive in the sense that it remembers, learns, and trusts humans. It chose us for this journey because we are capable of connection, problem-solving, and creativity, qualities no other species possesses in the same way." With the crew ready, Leela touched the main interface. The ship's engines roared softly, lights brightening across the hull. Slowly, deliberately, the vessel lifted from the sand, leaving behind centuries of desert silence. The ancient ship, guided by humans, had returned to the stars. As they rose above the planet, Aiden could not hide his awe. "Look at this, Captain. We're seeing the galaxy through the eyes of the ship. The maps, the routes, the history, it's all here. And it's waiting for us to explore it." The ship responded to Aiden's excitement with a subtle pulse, as if acknowledging his curiosity. Leela guided the team to a series of complex navigation puzzles embedded in the ship's controls. These were not tests of strength or combat. They were challenges of creativity, logic, and intuition. "This ship is teaching us," Leela said. "It wants us to understand the universe, not just travel through it. It trusts us to think, to solve, to adapt." Hours passed as the crew worked together, solving each challenge with careful thought and collaboration. Humans naturally approached the problems differently than the alien companions, whose understanding was logical but rigid. The humans combined logic with intuition, empathy, and creativity, unlocking solutions the aliens had never imagined. Vrath shook his head in disbelief. "Your species, you approach challenges in a way I cannot replicate. It is inspiring." Leela smiled. "That's humanity. We explore, we learn, and we adapt. And this ship, it recognizes that. It is designed for us." Finally, the last puzzle was solved. The ship's pulse intensified and a holographic map of the galaxy appeared, glowing with potential destinations. Among them were star systems marked with ancient human colonies, lost civilizations, and planets rich with resources and knowledge. "We can rebuild what was lost," Aiden said quietly. "We can reconnect humanity with its forgotten past." The ship shifted course automatically, as if choosing a destination for their first journey. a nearby star system with planets that had never been explored by modern humans. As they entered hyperspace, the stars stretched into streaks of light, and the crew felt a sense of awe that only deep space could inspire. During the journey, the humans discovered that the ship could communicate with them in subtle ways. It projected memories and scenarios, showing lessons from its past journeys. The humans learned quickly, adapting to unknown technologies, predicting potential challenges, and solving problems without fear or hesitation. "This is incredible," Leela said. "The ship is more than a vessel. It's a teacher, a guide, and a companion. It's showing us what humans can achieve when we work together and trust ourselves." Days passed as they explored their first destination. The planet was alive with strange flora and fauna, entirely untouched by previous explorers. The ship guided them to safe landing zones and revealed hidden resources, teaching the humans how to navigate and survive. "They left this for us," Aiden said, examining alien structures buried beneath the surface. "The previous humans, they prepared this planet as a test, as a lesson. They trusted future humans to find it and continue their work." Leela nodded. "And now it's our responsibility to honor that trust. Humans are explorers. We learn, we teach, and we grow. That is what makes us special." The alien companions watched in admiration as the humans led the exploration. Virath realized that humans did not just interact with the ship, they inspired it. The ship's memory seemed to awaken further as humans made decisions, solved problems, and approached the unknown with courage and curiosity. "This is remarkable," Virath said quietly. "Your species, you connect with life, with memory, and with machines in a way that is truly unique. You awaken potential that no other species can." Leela smiled at her companion. "That's what humans do. We explore, we learn, and we adapt. And now we are doing it across the stars." Over time, the crew discovered evidence of ancient human colonies scattered across the galaxy. Some were thriving, sustained by self-sufficient technology, while others were abandoned, their knowledge lost to time. The ship guided them to each location, sharing memories of past civilizations and teaching the humans how to revive, restore, and learn from what had been left behind. Every step of the journey reminded Layla and her team of the unique qualities of humanity: resilience, curiosity, creativity, and empathy. The ship was not just responding to these traits, it was thriving because of them. Where aliens had tried to analyze or manipulate, humans inspired. Where machines had once been tools, humans made them partners. "This is why the ship chose us," Leela said during one long journey through the stars. "It needed humans. Not just anyone, but humans who can think, feel, and connect. That is what makes us special." One day, as they approached a distant system, the ship revealed a hidden memory. The original crew of the vessel, human explorers from centuries ago, who had set out to map the galaxy but had never returned. Their memories were stored within the ship, waiting for the right humans to awaken them. Leela and her team watched, humbled and inspired, as the holograms showed the courage and ingenuity of those who had gone before. "They trusted us," Aiden whispered. "They left everything for us to find, and now we are fulfilling their mission." The crew felt a deep connection to humanity's past, present, and future. The ship was not just a vessel, it was a bridge across time, a reminder that humans could endure, adapt, and inspire. Every challenge they faced, every planet they explored, was an opportunity to prove the strength of the human spirit. As the journey continued, the ship began to accelerate further into unexplored regions of the galaxy. Leela guided the crew through wormholes, past supernovas, and around massive asteroid fields. The ship's memory provided warnings and lessons, but the humans were the ones who made decisions, solved problems, and guided its movements. "We are partners," Leela said, watching the stars streak past. "The ship and humans together can achieve what no one else can. It's teaching us, but we are teaching it too, showing it that humanity can rise to any challenge. Aiden smiled. We're explorers, dreamers, and learners. And now we're proving it across the stars. The universe is full of mysteries, and we are ready to uncover them. Vrath, once skeptical, now nodded in quiet respect. Your species truly is remarkable. You inspire machines, guide civilizations, and explore the unknown with courage. You awaken potential that no other species could. The crew continued their journey, discovering new worlds, learning from the ship, and leaving traces of humanity's presence across the galaxy. Each planet held challenges, but humans faced them with creativity, cooperation, and intelligence. And with each success, the ship's pulse grew stronger, its memory richer, and its guidance more precise. Finally, as they approached the edge of the galaxy, the ship projected a final sequence. Images of humans across time, connected by curiosity, courage, and exploration. The ship had waited centuries to be awakened by the right humans, and now it was fully alive, ready to carry humanity to the stars. Leela looked around at her team, pride and awe filling her heart. This is just the beginning, she said. Humans have always reached for the stars. And now, with this ship, we can go further than ever before. We are explorers, teachers, learners, and dreamers. This ship is proof that humanity is special, and it will guide us to even greater adventures. As the ancient vessel soared into the vast unknown, the crew realized something extraordinary. Humans were not just passengers. They were the heart of the ship, the spark that made it alive, and the force that would carry its legacy into the future. Humanity, with its unique qualities of courage, curiosity, and empathy, had rekindled the memories of the past and set a course for the stars that no other species could have reached. The galaxy was wide and full of mysteries, but humans were ready. With the ancient ship at their command and the lessons of the past in their minds, they would explore, learn, and inspire, proving that humanity's spirit could awaken even the oldest, most mysterious of machines, and lead them into a future filled with hope and discovery. And so, with stars stretching endlessly before them, humans and the ancient ship journeyed together, a testament to curiosity, courage, and the boundless spirit of humanity.